Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Nikez and I share my experience as an international student in the US. Today we are talking about a super important topic. We're talking about budgeting. When I first arrived, I underestimated how expensive life could be and I made some financial mistakes. But over time, I learned how to manage my expenses and save some money. In this video, I'll be sharing 5 practical tips that help me stay on top of my finances as an international student. If you're new to the US or any other country, this video is for you. Let's get started. When I first arrived, I thought I had a good handle on my money. But I quickly realized that money disappears fast here. The first tip that I have for you today when it comes to budgeting is understanding your expenses. Now, let's look at a few places where your money will likely go. The first is tuition fees. This is the biggest expense. What you need to do is to check and see if your school offers payment plans. So at Georgia State University, for me, I always had the option of using a payment plan. So each semester, my tuition fees always came up to about $650 or between $650 and $700. So since the school is aware that I have a job on campus and I get paid on a monthly basis, what the school did was they split the $700 into 4. Since we have about 4 months in each semester, the school split the money into 4, and each month I had to pay just 1/4 of the whole amount. So I had the option of using a payment plan. You need to find out if you have that option available at your school. So the second one is rent and utilities. I wanted my own home, but I quickly switched to a shared apartment to save money. When you're looking for an accommodation, it is very important to take note of transportation. Make sure you have a train station or a bus station close by so it's easy for you to get to school. That was what I did. I paid attention to that, and I was about 2 minutes away from the train station. Like I just stepped out of the house and I had to walk for like 1 or 2 minutes max, and I was at the train station. I could take the train to school or the bus. So it's really important to keep that in mind. And I was able to find a place not too far from school, not too far from this train station, and it cost about $700. That's rent plus utilities. It was a new construction. I loved it. It was new, it was clean. My room was very nice, clean. I was the first occupant. So I lived with 4 other girls because it was a single home, a single family home with 5 rooms, and I lived in one of the rooms, so I lived with 4 other girls. They were amazing. The third thing is food and groceries. I would say eating out almost every day was draining my budget. Cooking saved my finances. You know, at the beginning, you have a lot going on. You're in this new country, new environment. You're trying to figure things out. And sometimes you don't have the time to cook. When you get back home from school, you are exhausted. All you want to do is eat and sleep or get your work done. So at the beginning, it was a little stressful. It was actually a whole lot stressful. So sometimes when you get home, you're exhausted. You don't have energy to cook. You just want to eat, get your work done, sleep. And the easiest way out is to just order out and have it ready, delivered at your doorsteps. You grab it and you eat it. That's a lot of money. The next thing I want to talk about is transportation. I relied on Uber a little bit at first, but then I quickly switched to public transportation. It's easier to take the Uber because you just have to book an Uber and it comes right at your doorstep. You step out, get in, and you're taken right to your destination. When it comes to public transportation, sometimes you have to wait. There is a long queue, there is a schedule to follow, so it may be difficult. My second tip for you today is you need to take advantage of student discounts. One of my biggest regrets, not using students discount from the start. So here are some discounts you shouldn't miss. The first discount you shouldn't miss is public transport. Many cities offer cheaper student passes. Like I said earlier, I used public transport, the bus, the train, to get to school and to move around town. If you live in Atlanta, you definitely know about the MARTA transportation. And as a student, I had a student pass, which is different from the regular pass. And we were offered a lot of discounts. A second discount that you shouldn't miss is in terms of tech and software. You have softwares like Microsoft Office, Apple, Adobe that offer huge student discounts. Another one is streaming devices. Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime all offer student deals. And finally, restaurants and shops. You would be surprised, but always ask, do you have a student discount? You'll be amazed at the number of deals that you get. My third tip for you today is that you start cooking at home and planning your meals. That was how I stopped wasting money on food. Being in a new environment, trying to figure everything out, and with all the stress, it was easier for me to just eat out, order in. And at the end of the day, that cost a lot of money. So this is how I was able to save some money on food. Meal prep. I was cooking on weekends, mostly on Sundays for the week, and that helped me avoid fast food. Also, I was buying in bulk. Thirdly, I used coupons and promotions. Many grocery stores have apps with discount coupons. My fourth tip for you today is to be mindful of subscriptions. At one point, I had subscriptions to Netflix, Hulu, a gym I never went to, and a magazine I never read. That was about $50 a month wasted. To avoid this trap, make a list of your subscriptions and cancel those you do not use often. Take advantage of student discounts on streaming services. And use free campus facilities. Most universities have a free gym. My last tip for you today is to find ways to earn money. Like I said in my previous videos, as an international student, job options are limited due to visa restrictions, but there are still legal ways to earn money. Some options include on-campus job. I worked as a teaching assistant and later as a teacher. That was easy and legal with my visa. To conclude this video, I would say budgeting is not about depriving yourself. It's about making smart choices so you're not financially stressed and you can enjoy your student life. What are your budgeting tips as a student? Share them in the comment section. And if this video helped you, do not forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Au revoir.